Hi guys, I'm Emma and welcome to Art by Emma. So this week I'm combining two of my favourite things. I'm going to be combining the wonderful Mariah Elizabeth with that popular comic show The Simpsons. I am going to be turning Mariah into a Simpsons character. I'm going to be using Posca pens, I believe, and maybe some acrylic paint, and this was probably the nervous I have ever been doing a video to date, because Mariah is a bit of an icon of mine. I do look up to her. I think she's a great creator, a great YouTube creator, a good artist. She's very funny, she's very entertaining, so to be iconising her in this particular way is a bit nerve-wracking for me. So anybody follow Mariah or follow her on social media, please comment to her, tell her what I'm doing, tag my channel. I would love for her to see what I'm doing for her. So yeah, let's get into it. And so here's me opening my sketchbook and gonna get out my utensils that I need: pencil sharpener, rubber, etc. I'm delaying here, delaying starting it. I'm very nervous about doing this piece, as like I said, Mariah is a bit of an icon of mine, so yeah, I am delaying, procrastinating, trying to come up with ideas, etc. And eventually I put pencil to paper. So I have a photo of Mariah for reference, and I'm just sketching out her face shape and hair contour shape. These are obviously not Mariah's eyes, these are very Simpson-esque eyes, but I'm just getting the general idea of where I'm going to put everything. So here's a general shape of Mariah Simpson's face that I'm going for. I'm not really happy with the face, the mouth at this point. Mariah doesn't tend to be a closed mouth smiler, she tends to be more of an open mouth smiler. So I'm going to play around with the mouth and the top lip area, trying to get something resembling Mariah. So I think I'm pretty happy with that. It looks a little bit derpy, but that's the way I see Mariah, I guess. She's just a derpy, quirky kind of a gal. So just playing around with the t-shirt now, you quite often see Mariah in these asymmetrical coloured t-shirts with different coloured arms, etc. So that's what I'm going for. And we're going to start off with the Poscas, and I'm going to start colouring Mariah's hair. This is the darkest brown Posca that I have. I do a couple of coats in this, and as you'll see later on in the video, I do change this. I do so very much like working with Posca pens. They're just so easy to use, very little mess, because I really hate making mess. And it's just like colouring in, really. One of the downfalls is, although they have a lot of pens and a lot of colour variety, your colour palette is still very limited because you can't mix the colours together. Now I have seen some people blot some of the ink into a palette and do it that way, but for this amount of paint, for this amount of hair, I don't think that would be a good method to use. Also, Posca pens are more, I think, more good at detailed work, small detail work, so covering large areas like this is not really what they're for. So this hair area very nearly complete. I'm actually really glad that Mariah has such long hair, because it means it covers her ears, and ears are not my forte at all. I really do not like painting or drawing ears in any way. And as you'll just see in the process of rubbing out the eyes, and so I don't see the outline so very much when I painted them, brushing off the rubbings, I managed to smudge some of the brown paint over Mariah's beautiful face and eyes, so that's another thing I'm going to have to try and cover up. Now I've Posca'd the eyes in white, first coat, and I'm colouring the t-shirt in bright colours. Like I said, she likes these asymmetrical t-shirts, so I'm trying to emulate that for her. And as I said earlier in the video, I'm going to repaint Mariah's hair in a much darker, richer brown colour. So I've got this very, very dark, almost black paint, and I've lightened it up slightly with a lighter brown paint. And I'm using my Arteza acrylic paint set, which I love very much. The paint just goes on so beautifully. And I'm repainting her hair with a much more like Mariah's hair colour. So I'm liking this much better now with the adjusted hair colour. I don't know what I'm doing with my little finger there while I'm painting. I tend to do that. I've only noticed it since I've been doing videos. There must be some method to my madness, I guess. And here I am just filling in the other side of Mariah's hair, using a ridiculously small brush for this amount of coverage, but I like to keep it neat and getting all those nooks and crannies with it. So nearly finished with this coat of paint on the hair. I have to say that painting the hair probably took me the longest time to complete, as there is so very much of it. So still titivating Mariah's mane, just making sure that I've covered up all the areas that I may have missed. I want a nice bold coverage on this hair. So moving on to a second coat of Posca white on Mariah's eyes, I want them really nice and bright and white and popping. And moving swiftly on to the skin tone. Now traditionally Simpsons are yellow, so I'm going for a yellow colour paint on Mariah's face and the little bit of arm that's exposed. I know traditionally the Simpsons have blue hair or a continuation of the yellow skin into their hair, but Mariah's hair is a bit of a trademark. She's very recognisable by it and the very deep side parting that she has, so that's why I went for the nice dark brown hair colour. Now just talking a little bit about the Arteza paints that I bought recently. They're a little bit more expensive than what I would generally spend on paints, but it's kind of a false economy because you buy cheaper paints and you end up putting many coats on, where with these Arteza ones you get such good coverage with one or maybe two coats, so that the spend was worth it. And just giving the eyes another coat with the acrylic paint and brush rather than the Poscas, because I was struggling to cover up the brown paint that I splurged across it, and giving a second coat of the yellow onto her skin. Now I probably have about 1,000,001 ideas for future videos, and just trying to pin one down is being a bit of a struggle for me, so if you have any ideas in your head of anything you'd like to see me do or see me struggle at doing, just pop a comment and I'll see what I can do. And I wasn't liking the yellow that the skin was, so I've gone in here with more of a sunflower yellow, I'm calling this, just for the skin colour, and I think it's looking better already. And now my Simpsons Mariah has gone from looking a little bit pale and pasty to looking like she's had a 2-week holiday in Mauritius or Barbados or another nice hot sunny country. And moving swiftly on to the background. I've gone for a tricolour background, as the photo that I was using for reference for painting Mariah had a tricolour background on it, so I'm trying to emanate that a little bit. So this is not the first person that I've turned into a Simpsons. Last year sometime I decided to turn my lovely in-laws into Simpsons, the lovely Boltons. Hello Boltons! And they seem to like it and I enjoy doing it, so it might be something I do a bit more often in the future. And working a bit more on my tricolour background, I've gone for a nice blue and purple. I'm going to finish that off with a green. I'm just drawing in Mariah's tongue and teeth just to finish off that nice open mouth smile that I'm going to paint in a moment. And yes, another little coat of white paint on the eyes. I just want them really white and popping. I still want this to be perfect. Or as perfect as I can get it. So painting the teeth in white also. I'm going for a nice Posca red tongue, and I'm going to fill in the rest of the mouth with black. Just finishing off the background here with some green in the centre stripe. I feel that these colours are making the image of my Simpsons Mariah pop more. And as I said, filling in the mouth area with some black just to give it a bit more depth. And now onto the outlining section of this painting. Slightly hesitant to start. I do love the black outline. I love the effect of it, but I also am a bit resistant to do it because one mistake, one false move, and you can ruin the whole picture. So just outlining those eyes and popping a pupil in the centre, giving her some lovely eyelashes. Outlining all the colours of the t-shirt, and I'm going to outline around the hair also. A little bit of a stop-start technique I've got going on here. I have a bit of a shaky hand. Like I said, I'm very nervous about doing this and I just want the outlines to be perfect. And just popping a little bit of highlight into Mariah's eyes. Touching up a little bit where I've done my outline a little bit too thick. And there she is. There's our lovely completed Mariah Elizabeth Simpsons. Wait a minute, you didn't think I was going to leave her there? Where would Mariah be without her sprinkles? So, cue sprinkle music. And you have no idea how long I've wanted to do that. So onto these sprinkles. I've chose every colour of the rainbow in commemoration of Mariah's love for rainbows. Never having drawn sprinkles before, I'm just going for the basic sprinkle shape and filling it in and just going for it. And I think it's really brought this picture to life. I'm loving the sprinkles, I'm loving the beautiful bold colours, I'm loving the highlights in Mariah's eyes. Simpsons characters don't tend to have highlights in their pupils, but I love highlights. Mariah loves highlights, so we're having highlights. And also adding highlights to the lovely sprinkles as well, just to make them pop and bring them to life a little bit. And as nervous as I was doing this painting of Mariah Elizabeth as a Simpson, I've actually really enjoyed it. And so here she is. My impression of Mariah Elizabeth as a Simpsons character. So I've given her deep side parting. I've got a side parting to date in commemoration of the lovely Mariah, and Mariah wouldn't be complete without her wonderful sprinkles. So Mariah, if you're watching, I hope you like my my rendition of you as a Simpsons character. Very nerve-wracking. I hope I've done you proud. I hope you've enjoyed my video this week. If you have enjoyed my video or enjoy my videos, please like and subscribe. Press that bell button. Videos come out every Friday, so if you don't want to miss one, press the notification bell, and I'll see you next week. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.